Here we are again. We're at the Kramer Brothers, and you got another one.
Yeah, an
Yeah,
old one.
an old one. Yeah. So there's so many. I've seen, like, I was just at a festival you're in, so it just never stops.
It's kind
Right?
of weird. Sometimes we have to like look up what film we're screening before we
Yeah.
go because we're like, I don't know what's showing.
Exactly. But so it's an older one. This one, or it's
It was yeah, it's new to
in
the
the
festival
film
circuit, but
festivals. Yeah.
it was filmed in 2018, um,
No.
right after Assisted Suicide,
Okay.
but
Well.
before we did Playdate and Forgotten, before we even did The Angry Man.
Oh, was this one you were saying you were still editing and for a while? I
Yeah, we
think
were
this.
editing it, and then we just kind of put it on hold because we were
Yeah.
doing a bunch of co-productions with Outtake, and
Mm.
it was just we couldn't find the time to get back to it.
It's an interesting take. It's kind of different with the whole video game stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
How did you go
yeah. The
about doing that?
concept actually, the concept came from when we were on set for God's Law, which was our feature, and Angelica, who plays the main character in A Cosplay Life, when we met her, I guess you were saying like what
She didn't look her personality like what didn't match what she looked like, I guess is the best way to
No.
say it. Like you didn't
Mm.
expect it.
basically she looked normal, but when you talk to her, she has some nerd to her,
Yeah.
She was talking about comic books and this other stuff, and it was like, whoa, didn't expect that. And so it was kind of like where the idea kind of came from was,
No.
well, what if?
Yeah.
Well,
And then with the juxtaposition of Grace,
Yeah.
who can, she can wear her nerdiness on her sleeve. Like she can't hide it sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, when we played World of Warcraft, the stuff that we would hear, it was just like these people have no social skills. Like a lot of the dialogue, this crude, unbelievable dialogue that May is saying in the film, we didn't change it. That's stuff that
That's real.
was either said to us or we witnessed, and it was just like,
Wow. And I also like, the take with not doing it with the guys, but with the women, because they do it too, right?
well, that was the other thing too. It was because our guild in that game was a lot of women, and what was
Mm.
funny was there's this weird like sexism where it's no matter who's playing, it's a guy.
Yeah.
Like people don't even think like this could be a woman. It's
Yeah.
always this guy here. It's like that's our sister. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah, so I like that take on it because it's more real. It felt more real that way, And I teach high school, and there's plenty of girls that are always talking and doing that kind of stuff. Even in the classroom, like when they don't want them to, they're like playing. Like, what are you doing? Oh, I finished my editing, so I'm playing this game. No, you're not. So I'm used to it. That's why I kind of like, when I watched it for the first time, I was like, "Yep, I get it. I get it." So, but it was basically like real, right? It's real life kind of story.
Yeah, so a lot of it's based on reality. Yeah. In fact, if you search hard enough on a YouTube, certain people's YouTube channels, you'll know if you know our characters' names, you'll see them complaining about us on YouTube. So
and yeah, the whole idea too was a little bit of a reverse of what like a cosplayer would be.
Yeah.
Like she's cosplaying as this popular, like, trendy, girl that's not who she really is, but that's how she cosplays. Like that's why that's her life. So it's a cosplay life,
yeah.
Yeah,
so like
absolutely.
In fact, originally we actually had a lot more um, about the
Cosplay.
sexism in gaming and online and all
Yeah.
this, but obviously it was edited for time. But it was
Mm.
the very first thing I think she sees is she's just doing research online, and somebody was writing a fanfic of like what would happen if She-Hulk faced off against Wonder Woman or something like that.
Yeah.
And she's like, and she looks around her room because she wants to talk about this, but she doesn't have any nerdy friends, so she just kind of goes back to the internet. And that's originally how the movie opened, but we had a lot of stuff we had to cut for time because it's supposed to end with a post-credit scene where
Mm.
May tries to do the same thing, where she tries out for the basketball team. but she's just terrible. In fact, that was filmed though. Like that, we have the footage of that. We actually edited the scene and
Really?
everything.
Yeah, we also had Bettina Sky, who played the mother. Originally, this is
Yeah.
way back, like a first or second draft. Originally, it was supposed to be kind of like a hereditary thing almost we were going for, where she had a thing because she was originally supposed to be always yelling about her to like setting up like an image, project the proper image and have your manners and all that stuff. And then when no one was looking, she was like the like very kind of crude and rude and like
Yeah, I think we ended up like the last shot would be her in her room, and her room is just like a
yeah.
pigsty, and she's just lounging on her bed, just like a slob, and you're just
I
like,
think that might have just been because of time or something. I forget exactly. But
No.
we just kind of didn't.
I think we just went away from
We
that
just kind of didn't.
with
Weren't feeling it as much as we were
yeah.
at first. But it was written originally like, and it was supposed to be like mother like daughter kind of a thing.
Could be like back in the day, I used to play Nintendo, regular Nintendo, when I was in the Nintendo Power magazine.
That's how you got all the
old
cheat
way.
codes.
Yeah, yeah. The up, down, left, right, A, B, A, B.
I remember when we were really young, they used to put it like inside cereal boxes. They would have like Nintendo cheats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really young with that.
Yeah, that was fun. But now it's I go to a lot of Comic Cons and a lot of cosplay and all that and a lot of gaming. We were just Mig and I were just down in Houston, and there's all this giant game room, and everyone's gaming, and everyone's on like headsets, and it's crazy how much. Tons of women, tons of kids, tons of guys, adults, tons of older women. It's so funny, but it's a huge thing.
Because actually, with us, our mother, you're talking about original Nintendo. Our mother was that age. She was like in her, I guess, 20s with Nintendo, and she played that. She was like an expert gamer for that time. Like she could probably still to this day pick up a controller and beat Legend of Zelda, like start to finish, all the secrets, everything.
Yeah, and knows all the tricks. Super Mario Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Had to get like 99 guys or whatever it was, and all this other stuff.
Yeah, and our older cousins were the same way.
My nephew got like those. They get the like little Nintendos now that have tons of games on it, like they were built in. So he was playing Super Mario Brothers. Go, how do you play this? And I said, give me that. One guy. I haven't played it in like 20 years or something. One guy didn't die, beat the game. It's still there. It's still there. It's amazing. It was crazy. They're all staring at me like, how the hell did you do that? I'm like, yeah, I did this all the time. But it's the same controller, same thing, same everything. It was crazy. I'm like, I didn't die. I'm like, I didn't die once. It was nuts.
It's one of those things I don't think people realize that like old school gamers can still go.
Yeah, but a lot of new controllers and stuff, I can never. I don't know. It's a little. I'm lost. So I kind of get bored with the new stuff. But I'll go to like a Yestercades and I'll play like Miss Pac-Man and go nuts and get my name up on the board. But yeah, the new stuff's hard. I don't know. I can't concentrate, I guess. But it's always fun watching it. That's why I got a good kick out of the film and everything. So, and it's and teaching kids these days, it's basically that's what it is. So I see that all the time. So it was really true, really true to life. But a lot of fun. How did Grace like acting?
I think she strongly prefers to be behind the camera.
Mm-hmm.
This was the last thing I think she acted in for us or for anybody, and I don't know if she might consider going back, but I think she's trying to do directing and writing.
Yeah, it was a perfect role for her.
I know. I thought she was so good in this. Like, I think this was one of my personal top 5 like performances that we've directed was her as May in this. Because it's so unlike her too. The stuff coming out of her mouth is just like, that's not Grace, but it was just so perfect.
Yeah, she played it off well. It was good. It's a good character. So that's cool. Would you ever think of making another one after this, kind of similar?
I could see it. I was actually thinking we might replace someday the gaming footage with actual cosplayers doing the gaming footage though. Just kind of play more with that cosplay life stuff a little bit more. But I
That
don't know.
would
We
be
were
cool.
thinking like because you see horror anthologies all the time, and we were like, well, what do we do with our comedies?
Yeah,
Why not do a comedy anthology?
you
Like maybe
could.
there's something there. Maybe I mean, they've done them obviously, but it's more like sketch comedy type stuff. Like was
Yeah,
it Kentucky Fried Movie and all and
Kentucky
those
Fried
those
Movie.
things? Yeah.
But yeah, you can pull it off. I think you have enough material to do that. You just need like a wraparound, right?
Right.
You could have like someone telling people stories, like in Princess Pride.
Mm.
I don't know, something like that. But it'd be something funny. Yeah, but that would work. Are you? Do you have enough stuff? Are you gonna put any of your horror shorts together to make an anthology movie or another one of those?
That's our plan. We don't have enough yet,
Mm-hmm.
but basically we found a theme around it,
Cool.
and we have an overall concept for the wraparound. We don't
Yeah.
have where the story of the wraparound's going to go, but we would need to do some more shorts. But what we like is we're thinking of like almost like double dipping. Like we do a short film, we know it's going to be for this feature too,
Yeah.
and we could release it as a web series where it's episodic. So
True.
you can watch it however you want to watch it, but our stuff will be out there, in multiple ways.
I think that's how you have to think from now on, right? Just
Yeah.
and the way everything's going, that just keep doing it, all different types. So I think that works the best. I think that will, yeah. You go to film festivals with the shorts, you put online, you do
Yeah.
the features, you get it all done.
Well, that was the thing I like too, is because there's the festivals that just do shorts, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
we're not excluding our stuff from there. We can still enter that,
Yeah,
and then we can take the feature and put it in different festivals.
absolutely. That's cool. That'd be good. That's a good idea.
So
So
that
what are
is
you guys working on right now?
right now we are trying to launch 2 crowdfunding campaigns
No.
for 2 features.
Hmm.
One's a mockumentary about somebody who's trying to turn the Columbine high school massacre into a historical reenactment,
Oh wow.
and kind of the outrage around that, and just and it's a political satire. There's political like overtones to it, and the other one is we're taking assisted suicide and turning that into a feature,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and that we are on our second draft of the script, which I don't think it's going to go past a third. I think maybe one more rewrite if we need it, and
Nice.
but we're gonna try and crowdfund because we need money to do this. I mean, we've funded our stuff so far, but
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
we
not-
want to do features because
Yeah.
that's really the door in to making this kind of a career. So
Absolutely. Yeah, that's how you have to do it. But yeah, crowdfunding's not easy, but you gotta just find a way to
yeah,
get it working right, and it could work. So
yeah, we're hoping we made enough impact so like right now so that people will be interested in the crowdfunding and want to help.
yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah. So yeah, once you get we'll have to promote it once you get it up and running.
Yeah.
Get it out there and everything like that. So that'd be cool. Good thing to do. So no, we're excited to show the film on the 7th. We're only doing one day this time, so we got a lot of films going. It's gonna be very busy and a lot of people. So it's really cool. So we're really excited for summer. Brightside for it's been a while. We only had the one in March, and now we're back. So it's exciting.
Yeah, which we were part of the March. Were we part of the March?
Were you in March, or we snuck one in there last time before that? It wasn't as many people.
I think we were.
I think we were. I think it was like What Can I Say in Ebb and Flow, maybe something like that. The 2020 films that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, we decided we had enough films for one day. It's gonna be kind of crunched, but I'm like, whatever, we'll do it one day.
Well, that's good though, because then when you're there, you get to see everything. You don't have
Everything.
to discriminate as which ones you're going to see.
Yeah, and I'm doing the student films early in the day, so it's just gonna be crazy. But I don't care; it'll be fun. So I was like, Tommy, we're doing one day. He's like, okay. Oh, I just lost my light. All right, there we go. Yeah. So, anything else that you want to promote?
Godslaw streaming, or featured Godslaw streaming on a couple different platforms. Tubi is probably the easiest one to find it on.
Oh, okay.
What's the other
You
one?
guys been using Tubi a lot now, right? Or is that have you
This is
used it
our
a lot?
first time getting on there with
Oh,
something.
okay.
Well, this is the only feature we have, and I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know if they take shorts.
Oh.
Zoom
What was
up.
the one? What's the one with the web series?
Oh,
What was
that's
that
Kith
called?
and Kin.
That's on Sika TV.
Which you have
Sika.
Rick
That's
Marshall
what I was
Sika.
thinking. Sika.
You can
Yeah.
plug that too. Sika
Yeah.
TV. Kith and Kin on Sika TV. It's all
How is the Sika
Yeah.
TV? Have you tried it?
Yeah, we've
well, we watched
we've
Kith and
watched
Kin
things on it, and we watched Outtakes previous series, which is or So the Story Goes is on there. Now they have Block One. They have 3 series on there. So,
Mhm.
but we like the app. The app actually it's nice, but it doesn't. We have trouble with it on I think iOS devices.
No.
But it works fine on like TVs and computers and stuff.
Okay.
It works really well when it works.
That's awesome. Yeah, so that it's always cool to try new things and see how it is. So we what was I talking about? Someone earlier today we were talking about how that Quibi or whatever that came and went that was like 7-minute increments of shows. There's so many things out there. Just a lot of some things hit and some things just disappear.
Yeah, because even like Herb was saying with God's Law, it's on Tubi's the easiest one. We know exactly you can just search it, but it's on a app called Xumo, XUMO, which at one point we were able to search for it and we could see it there, and then now there's no search bar. I have no idea how you find it, but it's on there. It's coming soon to a couple other platforms that I've never heard of.
But it's cool to have your stuff out there and people to see it. Do you have anything out there on like YouTube or anything? Some of them, or are you just?
I think the only thing right now on YouTube is Grace's film, A Tall Drink of Walter.
Okay.
Our original student film.
Yeah.
That's available. Like I said, because we're thinking of turning our
them
shorts into A, features, and B, a web series. So until we have our wraparound or some sort of intro to them.
How many more shorts do you need for the feature?
Oh,
I think it was 2.
It was at least 3 or 4, I think.
There's no way it's that
many. I guess it depends on how many you have that fit, right?
Yeah. I mean, we have to sit down because we also have to write the shorts that we're going to need, so we know. Okay, if it's 7 pages, it's going to be about, for us, that's probably 8 or 9 minutes because our stuff is always action heavy, so it's always longer than what we write. So we'd have to like figure out what the new shorts are going to be, then come up with a wraparound for it to see about how long we would need to fill in the space.
Yeah, I can see 3 more. 3 is probably about what it would be.
Yeah, well, we've talked about the idea before, where it's basically all the survivors of these short films are talking to the same world-renowned therapist about their stories. And
would you go all the way back from the first one with the first, like from a long time ago?
Yeah, Keep in the Dark would be the first film, and that's the first. We might even, I don't know, we might even just open with Keep in the Dark, like a cold opening. Then you cut to like Melissa on the couch talking to the therapist.
That's a good idea.
But, and there's this overall theme of grief too, because obviously Playdate, the mother that's a grieving mother. Keep in the Dark, that would be more about how Melissa's character is feeling now that her sister's gone. You're It. They would be talking to Addie, who's all her friends and her parents are gone now. So we kind of had this idea. Like, seeing a therapist, everything has this kind of theme about grief. So that's where we're going to take the story.
Cool. That sounds good.
We're probably going to get to figuring that out soon. How we want to do that.
Awesome.
Pretty much after we have the campaigns up, because we'll need something to do while, instead of constantly checking to see if anybody donated or whatever and driving ourselves crazy, we'll probably dig into some other projects.
Yeah, you got to keep busy. Get that all set up and keep busy so we keep checking. That's great. But so that's a lot going on for you guys. So that's cool. And I can't wait to see the feature. That'd be really cool.
What's cool about the Columbine one too is that it's very much an ensemble, and we know so many actors,
people, right?
That like we actually, it's pretty presumptuous, but we wrote the roles for certain people, used their names. I think we haven't told anybody, any of the actors about it, but there's, you know, a role for pretty much anybody we know is we wrote something for them.
That's funny.
Like we want to bring Bettina back and, you know, like pretty much everybody.
Yeah, I think that would work. That would be really cool. You don't see too many of those anymore that
Yeah.
work, like the mockumentary types that actually work. So
Yeah.
it'd be good. I think that's a good topic.
Yeah. We recently rewatched Spinal Tap just to get our heads in it.
That's a great one. Yeah. Or all those Christopher Guest ones. He does such a good job
Yeah.
doing that kind of stuff. So that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for coming on here for a few minutes for the Brightside, and we're excited to show the film on August 7th, and it should be a good day.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Cool. Awesome.